Greetings, peace, and welcome to another edition of Community Forum. Good to have you back. I wanted to do a follow-up to the uh, Big Lie, Part 2. This will probably be Part 2B, but I wanted to do a summation of it. And we were talking about Africa and basically how that falls under the category of a big lie. Now, let me just give a summation real quickly because the other one was pretty lengthy, so I want to give a summation, and you can look at the last one that we did. We put some information, but still surface. So later on down the line, we'll go into more with facts to back up what we say. But as I told you previously, in the textbooks, and particularly here in America, in the textbooks, Africa is depicted as a jungle. Is depicted as just a one big jungle where people were uncivilized, really didn't know how to make their own furniture, their own clothing, was backwards as I don't know what. And so as many of us grew older and became conscious, some say use the word Afrocentric, but some became conscious, we began to look at it and examine it more closely to the point where some of us even visited Africa and brought back facts to us. And so I'm one who never visited Africa, but as I told you previously, that is my plan. Now, where in Africa, I don't know. I would love to go around the world. I would love to see the Dominican Republic, Central South America, but definitely Africa is at the top of the list as I begin reading about Africa. But again, we were taught in textbooks, and even today, it's still there. Not as clearly as it once was, but a little bit tightened up, here and there, but you can still see the probably the racism that's being taught, the supremacy that's being taught in the textbooks in the American educational system, which is very, very unfortunate, because I think not only Black people need to know about Africa, but white people need to know about it. In fact, many of them do, but the unlearned, they don't. So let's try to go into it real quickly. Now, in discovering this and then looking at this, and particularly through social media, and I've met some people from Africa that's here in America that live here and is doing exceptionally well. But so, they're not backwards, trust me. But I reached out to a few people just to learn the culture and different things, the historical facts and what have you, and hoping to even find a gem, but didn't necessarily happen like that. However, when you look at the natural resources in Africa, the gold, the cobalt, the diamonds, the oil, the uranium, the platinum, the iron, the copper, the silver, the petroleum, even down to salt, sugar, cocoa bean, tropical fruit, whatever it is, to advance the European nations, to advance Asia, India, you have to go into Africa, or what we call Mother Africa. And some of the countries that these natural resources are found in, like South Africa, like Nigeria, like Angola, Mozambique, Libya. Yes, Libya is in Africa. Morocco is in Africa. The Ivory Coast, Ethiopia, Tunisia, the Congo, Sudan, Egypt, Eritrea, Namibia. Did I say that right? It sound like I said that right. Cameroon, Guinea, Algeria, Ghana. These are the countries in Africa that's loaded with these natural resources. Madagascar, I'll get it next time, but you know what I'm talking about. And I'm missing some countries, so please forgive me, we'll get to you. But all of these natural resources laid out, Chad, all of these natural resources laid out, and that's Sierra Leone, and did I say that? I don't want to leave Liberia, I don't want to leave any, but there are 54 of them, so I don't know. But anyway, then when you look at, and they're all in Africa, and how the colonization and everything takes place in Africa. And these colonizers, they took the best resources, which was human resource, and brought us not only to Central South America and the Caribbean, but then we're the final product of what they took nearly 500 years ago here in America, or what you call the United States of America. So, and when you look at that, now they're going after natural resources. And when they took the human resources, they stripped us of our name. I mean, now you're wearing Diaz, Rodriguez, and French names and English names. So the name was taken, the language was taken. So now you don't speak, and we don't speak the mother tongue anymore. And it was replaced with, again, English, Portuguese, so Spanish and French. And so we speak those languages. But what language did we speak prior to speaking those languages? Many different African languages, but those are not. Those are European language. And it gives you a Eurocentric type of mentality. So, we spoke Yoruba, or even Arabic, we spoke that. But they took away our tradition, our way of life, and replaced it with a religion called Christianity. I'm sorry, I'm not saying it's bad, but that's what it was. You were practicing that in Africa. It is what it is. And so, don't argue with me without studying first. Like I had. Not to take what you are practicing away, but I have to give you the facts. So they took the land and gave us the Bible. Not saying the Bible is a bad book. I'm just saying that's what happened. It's what happened. And they took it and gave us something in return. So now attempts were made by different leaders like Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, Jomo Kenyatta, even Robert Mugabe, Haile Selassie, the great Haile Selassie, right? Nelson Mandela, Stephen Biko, Muammar Gaddafi. I mean, you can't name Nelson without naming Winnie. And we can go from Queen Anne Nzinga of Angola to Winnie Mandela and beyond. There's so many women African leaders that are warriors that tried to address the grievances and fight the colonizer, the colonial powers. But we're in such a condition, I'm sorry to tell you this. Well, no, I'm happy to tell you this. We're in such a condition that it will take God himself to get us up out of this. There is no doubt. Those were signs. You got to get the real thing. So, we were taught that it was a jungle, man. And so it was in my personally high teens, somewhere in the teens, to just a desire to go visit Africa. And then when I began seeing it over social media and looking at the majesty of African structure and culture, I mean, I was just blown away. And then I figured like this: if it was so bad, the way you taught us, then why are you in it? Why did you colonize Africa? This is not racism. This is just fact. This is just true. So, now unfortunately today, Europe, Asia, and the West, European, Russia, whatever, and the West is trying to keep, even India is trying to keep Africa in debt. And what I was taught is debt is slavery. Debt, put that in your back pocket, in your wallet. Debt is slavery. And so the thing is, we tried to get back home. We were fooled nearly 500 years ago, 400, 500 years ago. And the European trader came and made an interpretation that we would receive more gold for our labor. and more than what we were receiving in our own country. And then when we bought into the lie, the big lie, when we bought into the lie and we came over in Americas, remember, on a ship named Jesus. On a ship named Jesus. So when those people back then prayed to Jesus, they weren't praying for or to a man named Jesus. They were well aware that he had gone. He came and he had gone. They were asking for the ship named Jesus to take them back home to heaven or to Africa, where they come from, or even in part of Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia, that when you go to the etymology of the word, it's really the land of black faces, or pardon me, I think Ethiopia is that, but black, meaning black people lived there. Started out there. Yes. So they made the interpretation, and then when we found out that we didn't receive more gold for our labor, but we also found out that no one could speak our own language. And our own people didn't know where we were until approximately 60 or better 100 years ago. But I just wanted to share that with you. I appreciate you hanging out with me. This is like part 2B to the big lie, but I just wanted to point that out because there's so many lies being told about Africa. It is most beautiful. I would encourage anyone, black or white, but particularly black, to go visit home. Ghana opened up to us, said it's the year of return. Let's take advantage of that. And how can we not go to Africa, be from Africa? Do you stop a person from that's of German ancestry, German roots? Do you stop them from going to Germany? Do you stop the person from Ireland from going to Ireland? Do you stop the person from Israel, a Jew, going back to Israel? What is this? Yugoslavian, do you stop them from going back to Yugoslavia? Englishmen, do you stop them from going back to England or Britain or wherever they're from? Come on, really? Really? So you're gonna stop me? I get it, laws must be in place, but no, I should have automatic dual citizenship. We've paid a price. My forefathers helped build this country. And we were sold into bondage, tricked into bondage. So no. And I got a little surprise for you. Everywhere on the earth that we go, we were there before anyone there. We'll get to that. That's a history lesson. We'll get to that at a later date. Thank you. Be safe. Take care of yourself. If you can't take care of yourself, you certainly can't take care of anyone else. Take care of your family. Be there for them. Try to. But if anyone tries to harm you or your family, you're within your God-given right to defend yourself. Africa is in its God-given right to defend itself. And a marriage must be made with the knowledge that we have here in America and the natural resources in Africa. When we unite the two, that's a marriage made in heaven. Peace. I'm out. Be safe.